Hi guys. I had opportunity to have someone help me with the video, so I just want to reiterate a little bit of the loose leash walking techniques that I tried to show you on the deck in a two-part video last weekend. So again, when we're increasing our criteria with our walking skills, once our dog understands to follow the feel of the leash pressure, so as an example, my dog currently has leash pressure there. When I give a little added pressure, see how he moves towards me? Yes. Okay, so once they understand that the release of pressure gets them, good boy, a reward, good boy. Once they're understanding that part, then we need to move to increasing our criteria. Otherwise, what happens, dogs do back change. So they begin to learn the behavior that came before the behavior that got the reward. So what often happens is they pull to not pull to get the treat. So increasing our criteria, we offer praise for that initial release of pressure. And then again, every dog's going to be a little bit different. Some dogs just 2 or 3 strides before you would offer a food treat. Some dogs you might be able to get 5, 8, 10 strides. The key is to try to maintain some level of engagement with your dog. Try to keep connected, encourage them. They don't have to stare at you, but encourage them to kind of pay attention to what you're doing. So I'm going to do my best to demo a little bit back and forth here with rigs. These cones are set up for an exercise for a different video, but I may incorporate them a little bit, but probably not. What you'll see me do a lot of, this is what I encourage you to do with your loose leash walking. Change direction, reward often for good position. Use the pressure of your leash to communicate to your dog where you want them to go. Praise the release of that pressure. Try to keep committed and connected with your dog and reward for good position. You'll notice, it seems to be a habit of mine, and it does really create good balance in walking with dogs. I will tend to turn away from them. That creates a natural correction, creates a natural increase in tightening of the leash, increase of pressure as you move away. Do it without warning. Do not prompt your dog or warn your dog that you're going to change direction. Just do it. Praise when they catch up to you. Treat if they maintain a bit of a loose leash for a few strides. Then I will typically follow that with turning into my dog to create a little bit of pressure from my body to teach them to kind of respect and not forge in front of me. When I do the turn into my dog, I always tighten up on my leash a little bit. I keep them close to try to prevent them from forging in front of me. So I'm going to demo that a bit with rigs, and hopefully it is going to be a much better demo than my last week on the deck, but hopefully this will give you a bit better insight. What you won't necessarily be able to appreciate with Riggs, because he's had a couple hikes today, he's got a little bit tired, and he's in his own yard. He may not pull as much as he maybe normally would on a walk, but I suspect I can get him to pull to some degree. So just kind of watch the technique a bit. Okay, buddy, let's go. Let's go. Good boy. Yes. So I did that turn away, and I just kept going. I turn into my dog. I tighten on my leash when I do that. Good boy. Yes. Good job. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Yes. Okay, I'm going to grab some toys to try to encourage my dog to pull a bit more. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Yes. Good boy. Good boy. Good job. Also notice that I keep a pretty good pace when I move with my dog. I don't wait for them. I do slow my pace up a little bit when I turn into them, and again, I do tighten down on my leash to prevent the forging. But when I turn away from my dog, I turn and I go. Got it, didn't you, buddy? Give. Good boy. Hopefully everyone could appreciate how Riggs was thoughtful that time and he thought about not pulling to the end of his leash. Good boy. Good job. Wow. Yes. Okay, and I'm keeping him there for several strides before I offer him yes and a food reward. Practice, practice, practice. None of this with him happened overnight. Every day, every walk, like I've said repeatedly to you guys, there's going to be good and bad and ugly days for walking, or moments within a walk. All of my walking with him does not look like that. I wear a head halter on him often, and I take him off his head halter when I take moments like this to practice some walking. What is challenging for me is that I do have a second dog, and I want Josie's walks to be enjoyable as well. So it can't be just all training him to walk, which is why I use a head halter. But changes of direction, lots of information given to your dog from you. Increase your criteria. This is where people get stuck. We think that we need to feed them to keep them there. No. Let them find where they're supposed to be and reward it, and it will happen again and again. Make it clear, direction changes, move away without warning. Tighten your leash up, turn into them. When they're with you for several strides after that, yeah, feed them, good job. So, after several dogs, I guess you just kind of get humbled by them. I do a lot of this stuff. In my neighborhood, I'm sure people wonder why I walk in circles with my dog. But I guess the more dogs you train, you just kind of forget about how you might look to other people. But practice this repetition on your regular walks in your yard. Take them to some different locations where you can get some training in. Understand that in areas where they're more distracted, it's certainly not going to look like this. If I took a video of us walking in a park, it wouldn't look terrible, but it wouldn't look quite as attentive as he is here in his own backyard. So definitely keep that in mind and be fair with your dogs. I hope this is a bit more helpful than my previous video. Thanks, guys.